Hey everyone, before we dive in, if you're enjoying these stories, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. Appreciate you. I rolled in a little later than usual that Tuesday evening. Nothing wild, just about 40 minutes behind schedule. Blame the traffic, the pouring rain, and a quick stop at the home improvement store. I was still shrugging off my wet coat when Sarah launched right into it. You're late. Again. The clock on the microwave glowed 6:40. I tossed my keys into the little ceramic dish by the door. I sent you a text about swinging by the store. She was posted up by the kitchen sink, arms folded tight like she was daring anyone to come closer. You also never fixed that wobbly handle on the bathroom cabinet. I mentioned it this morning. You've been home all day. I hung my coat on the hook. It's literally one screw, babe. You could have knocked it out in 10 seconds. I'll do it right now if it's that big a deal. Sarah let out a sharp little laugh. Of course, now that I say something. And guess what? There's no dinner either. I figured if you were running late, you'd at least pick something up. So you were here all day and decided neither dinner nor a 10-second cabinet fix was worth your time. She turned her back to me. I'm going to bed. I stared at the empty stovetop and her retreating silhouette. You're not eating? No reply. The bedroom door shut with a soft click that somehow sounded louder than a slam. I scrambled some eggs, heated a couple of flour tortillas. Easy, fast, done, and ate standing at the counter. The house was dead quiet. Funny how silence can scream. Sarah used to fill every corner with sound. Spotify on shuffle, her off-key humming, stupid puns while I measured twice and cut once in the garage. This new quiet felt heavy, like the air itself was disappointed in us. If someone had told me that night where this was all heading, I would have bought a deadbolt, not just a replacement screw for a bathroom cabinet. I tightened the handle anyway. Took all of 80 seconds. Next morning she acted like the whole fight evaporated. Take the trash out before you leave. She tossed over her shoulder while rolling up her yoga mat. Hey, about last night. I'm already late. She cut me off, slipping out the door without a kiss, leaving nothing but the faint coconut scent of her body lotion in the air. I still thought it was just a rough patch. I'm a fixer by nature. Talk it out, show up, make it right. That week I made reservations at the cozy Italian spot by the creek she used to love because they keep the bread warm in those little cloth-lined baskets. I stuck a post-it on the fridge. Friday 7 p.m. were something nice. My treat. Friday rolled around. She walked in at 6:50 holding a to-go coffee, looking exhausted. You ready? I asked, already in my jacket. For what? Dinner? The note. She glanced at the fridge and sighed. Right? That. Ethan, I'm wiped. Can we just order in? I took a slow breath. Okay. Tomorrow then. I'll move the reservation. You already called them today? She asked, dumping her purse on the couch. Also, I'm kinda over that place. It's greasy now. No problem. I called my buddy Marcus, who raved about a new farm-to-table joint, and snagged a table for Saturday. Saturday morning I retightened that same cabinet handle because it was loose again. Would probably stripped. Whatever. I was trying to be the guy who handles his business. Saturday afternoon she came home loaded with shopping bags and zero eye contact. How about tonight? I tried. I moved the res. She flipped through the mail. I'm not feeling great. Stomach thing. I can make you soup. I want quiet, Ethan. You've had plenty of that lately, I said. We both have. She finally looked at me. Are you picking a fight? No, I'm trying to have dinner. Her smile was ice cold. So dramatic. I let it slide. That night I grilled a steak, threw together a salad, even set the table with the good plates like it mattered. Sarah took 3 bites while scrolling TikTok. You know what you are? She said without looking up. An optimist with a grocery list? Predictable. Boring. You think a steak fixes everything. It's not the steak. It's the disrespect that needs fixing. She snorted. Now you're sensitive. I'm a grown man. If something's wrong, say it to my face instead of taking cheap shots across the dinner table. Maybe I'm tired of being disappointed, she said, finally setting the phone down. You're fine with the little stuff, but big picture? You play it so safe. Decent paycheck, you fix cabinet handles like it's heroic, and you want a cookie for coming home on time. It's small. I like my life, I told her. I like the house we've built, the job I'm good at, the friends I trust. If you don't, use grown-up words and tell me. Maybe I have been, she said, standing up. Maybe you just weren't listening. I hear plenty, I said. The signal's just weak. She walked away and left her plate. Next morning I took charge. Drew up a simple chore chart on the side of the fridge: days, tasks, initials. Set up a separate debit card for household expenses that auto-loaded every Friday. Added an envelope for receipts. No speeches, just structure. She saw it after her shower. What is this, a spreadsheet marriage? Dishes, laundry, groceries, yard work. We split it fair and track it. The card keeps spending clean. I'm done guessing who's doing what. So now you're managing me? I'm managing the chaos. Her tongue clicked. Cute. I also canceled the planned weekend trip to her cousin's lake house. The one where I always pay for everything and get called sweet, like it's an insult. I texted the group. Have fun, y'all. Something came up. Sarah watched me hit send. Wow. Real classy. Cheap looks good on you. Clarity looks better, I said. That night she surprised me. Brought a cold beer out to the garage while I was changing the spark plugs on the mower. I was harsh earlier, she said from the doorway. You've actually been decent lately. I shouldn't have snapped. I appreciate that. She leaned against the workbench. You've always been good with your hands. It's not nothing. She nudged the bottle closer. Want to try that farm-to-table place next week? My treat this time. Maybe, I said. Let's see how the week goes. She left a small smile behind. First crack in the ice. Felt good, but I'd been burned enough times to know weather isn't climate. Monday the cold front rolled right back in. She started CCing me on texts to her friend Tara. He's finally trying to act like a man instead of a doormat. She wanted me to see it. I walked into the kitchen. If you've got feedback, give it to me directly. Not through Tara. It was a joke, relax. Your jokes lately cost extra. Midweek was Marcus's birthday barbecue. Old friend. Built like a linebacker. Heart like a golden retriever. He and his wife Claire were hosting in their backyard. Fire pit, burgers, cooler stocked. I gave Sarah plenty of notice and an easy out. We're going, she said. But you're driving. I want to drink. Claire greeted us with hugs. Ethan, you brought the VIP. She winked at Sarah. Drinks were by the cooler. Marcus clapped my back. You look beat, brother. Home's been lively, I said. Sarah drifted off, found Tara by the fence. I manned the grill for a while, worked the circle, kept it light. Brought Sarah a burger on a paper plate. Want onions? She eyed it like it insulted her. Do you know how many calories? It's a party, not a nutrition label. Tara smirked. Ethan's in full server mode. Sarah took the plate with 2 fingers. Look at him, so trained. A few heads turned. I didn't bite. Onions or no? She waved the plate like evidence. Everyone. Behold the perfect husband. Marcus watched me, not her. Claire leaned in quietly. You okay? I'm good, I told her. Then to Sarah, calm and clear. If you don't want the burger, just say it. Don't pout. She fired back louder. God, you're sensitive. Direct, I corrected. Big difference. The big difference is what you don't have, she announced to the circle. Ambition, presence, the stuff that actually makes a man interesting. You think being nice is a personality. It's just basic. The backyard went awkwardly quiet. The kind where the music keeps playing but nobody's listening anymore. I set the plate down. Any specifics, Sarah? Or are we just doing vibes tonight? Specific, she said, tapping her glass. You adjust to me. You adjust plans. You adjust the budget. You adjust to everyone. When's the last time you made a big move? You're safe. You're small. Small like cabinet handles? Tara chimed in, thinking she was helping. It landed like a brick. I looked straight at Sarah. I don't mind adjusting when two people are rowing the same direction. Lately, I'm the only one with N or while you're drilling holes in the boat. She laughed. Hear that, everyone? I'm the problem. Marcus finally spoke, low and firm. Sarah, you're taking shots at my friend in my yard. That's not how we roll here. She rolled her eyes. Relax, Dad. We're joking. Claire glanced at me. Want me to pull her aside? I shook my head. No need. I looked at Sarah one last time. I'm not doing the public theater thing. She waited for the explosion so she could play victim. It never came. I set my drink down, thanked Marcus and Claire, nodded to the group, and walked out the side gate. Slow, deliberate steps. Boundaries aren't rushed. Marcus caught me at the curb. Need a ride? I drove. I'm good. She can Uber or Tara can finally be useful. You sure? I'm done being the night's entertainment. Burgers were great, man. At home, I pulled her 2 suitcases down from the hall closet, the nice ones we bought back when we actually planned vacations. I packed them neatly. Drawers, bathroom stuff, the heels she saved for date nights we stopped having. No slamming, no mess. Just folded, zipped, done. Set them by the front door and waited, arms crossed. 30 minutes later, the door swung open on a cloud of perfume and a tipsy laugh that died fast when she spotted the luggage. Her face lit up. Finally. You're leaving. I win. I gave her a tired half-smile. Congrats, champ. Except those are your bags. You're the one leaving. The air left the room. Excuse me? You heard me. I'm not getting humiliated in my friend's backyard and then crawling into bed like nothing happened. We're done. Take your stuff and go. She stepped forward, chin high. You're kicking me out over a joke? Over me trying to wake you up. You've been waking me up for months. All you did was break things. I'm all out of patience. Bags are packed. Need me to call you a car? You can't do this. We're married. My name's on the mortgage. We had a plan. You walked away from it first. I'm not keeping someone here who treats me with contempt. Hotels exist. So do friends with couches. Choose. You're cruel. I'm clear. You've had months to line something up. You chose not to. I'm not going anywhere tonight. I'm sleeping here. No, I said, picking up the smaller suitcase and setting it at her feet. You're leaving tonight. My line isn't negotiable. She grabbed the handle, eyes blazing. You'll regret this. Possible. But not tonight. She called Tara, muttering, slipped on her sandals, and paused at the threshold with a smirk. Give it 24 hours. You'll call. I opened the door wider. Don't hold your breath. The slam echoed down the street. I locked up, turned off lights, and slept better than I had in months. 8 a.m. sharp, I was at the county clerk sliding forms across the counter. No victory dance, no social media post, no speech. Just signatures. Made 3 quick calls on the drive home. Marcus, my sister Emily, my boss Laura. So work wouldn't blow up while life rearranged itself. Laura asked if I needed a day. I told her I needed routine. She said see you at 9. The days after were quiet in the best way. I brewed a full pot of coffee without wondering who I was failing. Ate dinner on the porch and listened to crickets instead of tension. Word travels. Naomi texted, you didn't deserve that. We've got your back. Marcus called. Proud of you, man. Took stones. 2 days later, Tara posted an Instagram story of her and Sarah clinking glasses with captions about new chapters and choosing joy. Cool. Choose away. I kept moving. Boxed the rest of Sarah's obvious stuff, made a list for the gray area items, and stopped answering her bait texts. You're overreacting. You embarrassed me. We owe each other a conversation. No, no, and no. Midweek, she left a voicemail that actually sounded sorry. I played it twice because I'm human. Then texted, not meeting. Logistics only, put it in email. She replied with ellipsis spam and wow cold. I set rule number 2. Everything in writing, paper trail, zero drama. Life got lighter fast. Pick up basketball with Marcus and the neighbors. Rode the bike out along the river. Grabbed tacos from a truck 2 towns over. Knocked out side projects for clients because my brain finally had bandwidth again. Then the narrative flipped. Naomi warned me Sarah was telling people she left me, that I'd checked out years ago and she was the only one fighting. I laughed once. Sometimes the joke writes itself. 2 weeks solo and I was me again. Range time with Marcus. Friday beers on the taproom patio with the shop guys. Normal adult laughter. A couple women chatted me up because I looked like a guy who knew where he stood. Told one, Lena, that I was fresh out of a mess. She said, "Good. Don't bring the mess here." We got coffee that Sunday, talked about everything except exes. Felt normal. 3 weeks in, unknown numbers started blowing up my phone. Ignored. Then an email, "We need to meet. You can't ghost me forever." 3.5 weeks in, I pulled onto our street and there she was, perched on the brick wall under the maple like a sad movie poster. Jumped up the second I parked. "Ethan." Voice all breathy and rehearsed. Went for the hug. I put a hand up. "Stop. Why are you here?" Her face did that practiced crumple. I messed up. I was angry and scared and I pushed too hard. "I miss you. I miss us. Can we please just talk inside? I'll make tea. We've been missing for months," I said. "You weren't looking for us. You were looking for a fight. I'm begging for another chance." "I heard you." Answer still no. Switch flipped instantly. "So that's it? You freeze the cards, kick me out, and play victim while I'm begging on the sidewalk?" "I froze the cards because household money is for the household. You chose a different household. I don't have rent money. I can't move back with my parents. It's toxic. Then get a job. Comforts earned. You don't care if I'm homeless? I care about not being disrespected and then asked to supply the mattress. I'll change. Counseling. I'll delete Tara. Anything. I don't need a performance. I needed respect. You spent it all." The mask dropped. "You'll regret this when your little fan club moves on and you're alone with your chore charts and your perfect little cabinets. Take care, Sarah." I walked inside and closed the door while she was still mid-sentence. She knocked softly a couple times, waited, then left. I watched the rideshare pull away from the side window. Verified. 2 days later, short email. Picking up remaining boxes Saturday with Tara. Please leave on porch. I did. Doorbell cam showed them their 14 minutes, gone. They forgot one tote winter scarves. Still in the garage. Word trickled back. She crashed with her parents a week, then rented a room behind a diner, started washing dishes. Nothing wrong with honest work. She posted a lot less. Good. Me? I mowed the lawn, changed the oil, showed up on time at the shop. The guys said I looked 10 years younger. Emily dragged me on a new hiking trail. Marcus and I built 2 Adirondack chairs for his deck just because we could. Saturday mornings I hit the same coffee place until the barista knew my order. Met people because I was actually present. Lena started coming around. We caught an outdoor movie in the park. She laughed without checking who was watching. I never crawled back. Never answered the late night, "I'm sorry" voicemail months later where she admitted she thought pushing would make me chase, that she wanted the upper hand and the house. I listened once, deleted it, kept sanding the little side table I was building. The house stays quiet, the good kind of quiet now. I cook simple meals, eat with the windows open, hear myself think. Thoughts aren't a courtroom anymore. Sometimes people ask if I regret not fighting harder. Nah, I fought exactly enough: dinners, charts, patience, chances. When she treated boundaries like speed bumps, I upgraded to walls. Real strength isn't tolerating disrespect forever because you're afraid to look mean. Real strength is deciding who gets to stay in your life and meaning it. I kept the house, paid off the truck, started seeing Lena in a way that doesn't feel like walking on eggshells. Weekends are mine again. Marcus's kids yell my name when I pull up because I'm the guy who shows up with tools and bad dad jokes. Emily says I sound like her brother again. The last thing I ever said to Sarah that mattered was at my own front door, hand on the knob, while she fished for one more dramatic scene. "It's over. You made your choice. I made mine." That wasn't anger talking. That was an operating system. And the part nobody ever says out loud? You don't have to hate someone to stop letting them wreck your peace. You just stop handing them the microphone. Turn off the lights, zip the bags, hold the door, then go back inside, Cook your eggs and tighten the cabinet knob, because it needs tightening, not because anyone's watching.